to the Manifesting Millions podcast. I am your host, Rashida McFerren, and today in the Rich Auntie Life series, we are talking about how to crush fear in 30 days or less. You already know what I want you to do. Before we get started, I want you to head over to Rashida.ai and grab your Manifesting Millions freebie so you can get started on your journey to becoming a millionaire. And then I want you to come back over here and spend a good 10, 15 minutes with me so we can talk about how to deal with fear. Fear is something that everyone deals with. I learned really early in life that it was false evidence appearing real. And fear can come to you in so many different forms. And what is the most important thing is that you have to be able to recognize the fear, you have to acknowledge the fear, and then you have to move through it. And we all face fears of some type. I'll give you an example. I had an NDE, a near-death experience, when I was 4 years old. I almost drowned, me and my sister in my uncle's pool. It was a 4th of July celebration. I love water still to this day, but I am definitely afraid of drowning. Fear. And in order to overcome my fear in regards to swimming and drowning, I've had A+ certified instructors trying to teach me how to swim over the years, and I've never been able to conquer it. One of the things that I did early on for my son was we started taking swimming lessons like when he was a baby. He literally was 6 or 7 months old. He was a roly-poly, and I got him in the water and started investing in swim lessons for him because I wanted him to know how to swim. Now, I grew up in the country, so there weren't pools around us. We were country folk. We had lakes and stuff. Ain't nobody jumping in them dirty lakes where we used to watch pigs like literally sit and chill in all day. Yeah, no, none of that. My mother doesn't know how to swim either. She's from the country just like I am. It was insanely important to me for the next generations, which all of my nephews know how to swim. They started super early, and I wanted them to master the activity opposed to not mastering it and then having fear-driven attitude around being able to swim. We all deal with fear in different ways. I said I was going to try to learn again to deal with the fear of drowning. Before I get started with that, I'm actually going to do a hypnotherapy session or a few. It's probably going to take more than a few to release the subconscious block that's in my system. It's normal to have fear tied around certain things, but what the issue is that when we begin to let the fear drive us. Now, in these last however many years, I've never let the fear of water stop me because I don't fear water. I love water. I love being in the water. I love the beach. I love going to islands. I love being in a pool and chilling in the pool, just not swimming on the deep end where it's taller than me and I can't stand up in. And I'm a short chick, you know what I'm saying? And so if it's deeper than 5 feet, I ain't doing it because at 5 feet, we at my neck, okay? And so I want to talk about some strategies on how to deal with fear. Step 1 is you name it to tame it, which is basically you identify the fears that you're having. And by identifying them, you are pushing yourself a step closer to be able to deal with the insecurity of it, the self-doubt of it, and owning it, right? And so, like I just said, this fear stems from when I was 4 years old in 1985 on the 4th of July at my uncle's house on the lake with his beautiful pool because my whole family had decided to celebrate him and his wife buying a house, having a pool, and things like that. Once you've named it and acknowledged it, I'm going to even go a step further and I'm going to say if you have not been able to deal with your fear on your own, you need to see someone in regards to dealing with it. A hypnotherapist, a therapist, a coach, anybody that can help you work through the subconscious blocks that are there. I've never been hypnotized, but I know for sure that I'm going to have a couple of hypnotherapy sessions in order to find the deep-rooted connectivity to that block. I'm willing to do it because I really want to spend time swimming in the latter part of my life because As I mentioned, going on the Rich Auntie Life tour, I don't just want to sit by the pool. I get in it, but I just don't go past a certain point. I want to be able to enjoy the festivities and the activities that are going to be a part of my digital life on my Rich Auntie Life tour. And most of that is going to be at somebody's beach, honey. Okay. Now, granted, I'm going to go to some cities too, but I want to travel to as many beaches as I possibly can. The second step is taking micro action for mastery. What does that mean? It means for me, swimming, learning to swim is the big goal. What small micro actions can I take to get me ready to be able to move closer to the goal of becoming a competent swimmer? Number one, I talked about hiring a hypnotherapist to deal with my subconscious blocks. Number two, hiring an A++++ certified swimming instructor who has dealt with people who have the subconscious block, fear of drowning. That's important. Learning how to float. I learned how to float a long time ago, but what happens when I'm floating is that I'll get to the point that I'm steady and I'm stable above water, and the minute I realize that there is nobody next to me or holding me under the water, I immediately start sinking. Taking a micro action of learning how to float will help. Another part of that is I hate water being in my ears and my nose. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I can't come up for air, probably because you can't breathe in water. Mastering the other 15% of floating is necessary for me to get to the next level. Number three, we want to celebrate the wins that are happening as we're making moves towards accomplishing the goal. How do I say this? What does that look like in regards to this specific fear? Okay. Number one, acknowledging it. Number two, taking steps to move through it, which is hiring a hypnotherapist to go through however many sessions I need to get rid of that subconscious block. Then it would look like me being in a pool every day or every other day for a set amount of time in order for me to get comfortable being in the water and swimming on my own. Again, I'm not scared of water. I love the water. I just have the fear of drowning. So if I'm able to conquer floating 100%, that's a huge win because celebrating the small, quick wins allows you to conquer more things in life. And I have no doubt that this is going to be like a huge boost to my confidence and my ego because I finally conquered something that I've been scared of my whole life. I think that gives you a little bit of an edge when it comes to approaching certain things in life that you have a fear response to. So put this in the context of your career, running a business, being in a relationship, whatever specific fear that you still hold on to that keeps you blocked and keeps you stuck. How are you going to own the fear, acknowledge it, and move through it? That's what basically I'm giving you tips for. So it's to name it, perform micro action mastery to get to small steps of conquering it. And then you got to celebrate your small wins, especially in your business. So here's the thing about running a business. You're going to come across stuff that allows you to be scared. And the question is whether or not you are going to allow that fear keep you from doing what you know you are called to do and what you know you are supposed to be doing. The best way to deal with fears like that in regards to running a business or doing a task is just to do it. Do what you're scared of. And if you're afraid of failing and you do fail, then do it again and keep on going back and doing it until you get a breakthrough. Repetition, action. Remember, I talk about small actionable steps in the concept of manifesting millions. That is what it takes to be successful in life. It takes you being committed to a journey of being able to discipline yourself to get results. If you take those steps in order to move through whatever fears that you're having, it allows you to put yourself in a better position for later. That's it for this episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If there is that is of value to you, please share it with a friend. It helps our listenership grow, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple. We'll keep coming here weekly, giving you those tips in order to improve your life so you can move into the direction of manifesting your millions. Bye for now.